Alrighty, I should be live on everywhere. Alright, cool. Let me see if this is going to work. Okay, let me start my... Alright, that worked. Alright, TikTok time. Let's see. That's stupid. Like I was just saying, I am... Give me 1 second. I'm trying to go live on my computer because I pre-scheduled a live, so sorry about that. 1 second here. And what's up to whoever is currently watching on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook? Let me see if I can switch this live over to... You're on live now. Continue hosting or end the video before going live again. Continue live. Go live. Okay. I should be live right now. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up. Alrighty. So I'm just going to wait for some people to join and finish sorting a couple cards I got here. So bear with me and we'll get started in a minute. What's up, Vic? Good to see you again. I was just saying, going to wait a minute here until got a couple more viewers, and then I'll start ripping some packs. And then if we get enough viewers, I'll rip some old packs. I'm just sorting cards for a minute here while we wait. So I indexed all my cards earlier that I hadn't scanned into Collector yet for my like rares or valuable cards. So that's all these that I need to dump into top loaders next. And then I realized I got a couple cards from Rip and Ship that I totally forgot about here. So I'm just throwing these in sleeves and stuff. And hope everybody's Saturday is good. I just finished watching the USA versus Denmark hockey game, and very happy USA came out with a win. I was getting real nervous there because Denmark was actually scoring, and they weren't scoring good goals, so I don't like that. All right, let me put this one in with all the other Japanese cards. This is a promo Ghastly. It's not going to be worth much. I'll throw that over there, and then let me just top load a bunch of these cards while we wait to get some more viewers in. All right, let's see. Got a Master Ball Whimsicott. Let me see the colors on my screen right now. They look a little washed out. I want to see if I can fix that. And let's see what else I got in here. What's up, Jace? Good to see you again. What's up, Moon? I almost said Moon Diancie because I'm looking at Pokemon, but it's Moon Dance. Thanks all for joining. We'll get started here on opening some Boosties in a minute. I'm just waiting for more people to join so that we got a bunch of people in the live. So let's go ahead and we'll get started here soon. I'm just going through, these are my like last week's worth of rare cards that I'm putting in top loaders but aren't grade worthy. And 200 comments on my live. Dang, that is a bunch, Jace. And thank you for always being around to support. Actually, if you're going to be in this stream for a while, I'll probably make you a mod in case one of those weird trolls comes back in like yesterday. Let's see. All right. These are my Sylveons that we got the other day that I wasn't super happy about. Why did it go back to standard? And hello, Pokemon TCG7 on YouTube. How you doing today? That's weird. My camera decided to go back to 1080p mode. Why? Why you hate me? Give me 1 sec. I'm going to fix this. Is that going to be better? Let's see what my cards look like up close. That's better-ish. Still looks a little washed out, though. I want to try to see if I can get the color better. Oop, too bright. That seems better-ish. Yeah, that's good enough. How's it look to y'all? And let me put this in a top loader while I'm at it. And yeah, I got Evolving Skies packs, so if we get a bunch of people on this stream, I'll open a bunch of those older packs that are sitting up in front here. But I'll probably get started on either Mega Evolution or some Journey. Bought a booster box of Journey because I actually never bought an enhanced booster box for that set, and so I don't have that promo card with the stamp on it, and I wanted one. So I just was like, all right, let's try a booster box this time because we did okay on the Journey bundles that I had, but I'm curious to see how we do on the Journey box. So I'll probably open about half of that in a minute here. I'm just, give me a second to finish doing top loaders and then we'll get started. Plus then you get to see some of the polls that I got over the past week, which some of them are pretty decent. A lot of the really good polls I'm going to send in for grading, so they're in my drawer right now. But these are all the ones that are going in binders or in my, whatever you call it. I have like a BCW plastic case that fits a bunch of top loaders. Encourage your viewers to share your live and invite more friends. Okay, viewers, share the live and invite more friends, and I will give you a cookie. Not really, I can't give a cookie over the internet. That's weird. All right, this Blaziken is pretty cool. It's actually worth a couple bucks too. I was pretty stoked about that one. Not as stoked that it's not grade worthy, but it's all good. I got a lot of cards I didn't have out of the pulls that we did over the past week. So, scalper final boss. Who you calling a scalper? Who's selling cards here? Because it ain't me. I'm literally opening all the stuff in front of me for myself. It's wild that everybody thinks I'm selling cards because I look like a rip and shipper, like my video setup, but definitely I have sold 0 cards except for things that people on my TikTok lives have asked for me to send them. And so like one of my followers is getting this Mega Charizard promo that they wanted to buy, and then I'm sending somebody else the rest of the stuff from that UPC. But I'm selling those things at like market price just because somebody wants them. And I couldn't be a scalper because I can't get product at a good enough price to scalp it. Like that's the biggest thing. If I could get product at that price, you know how much I would rip. I rip a ton of product as it is, but imagine if I like could get stuff at wholesale price, it would be disgusting. I would definitely sell some of it then, but like on it, let's be honest, I would rip like most of the stuff I could get my hands on. Here's a card if you didn't see me pull this yesterday. This was the only good card I pulled out of all of the prismatic packs that I opened over the past week. And I opened 54 packs over the past week. So depressing I didn't get one Evolution SIR. That's all I wanted was one, and it couldn't even give me one. So I feel like I'm owed a God pack soon. And one of these days, if I get enough concurrent viewers on a stream, y'all might be able to convince me to open up that Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center ETB in my background. But have to have a lot of viewers for that one, because that was not a... I traded a Pikachu with Gray Felt Hat, PSA 9, and a couple other to get that and a Phantasmal Pokemon Center ETB for my buddy Nick. So if there's nothing in that ETB, I lost a lot of money opening it. And pulled Ethan's Typhlosion IR. That's a good IR too. I pulled a couple of those back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean when I first started opening Pokemon cards again. And it's decent art. This Probopass is all the Nose Pass and Probopass are weird looking. And here, oh right, I forgot. I pulled an Ogerpon SIR out of the Prismatic packs too, but it's not... Like, I pulled every SIR I wasn't looking for, basically. And Joe Sway, I think that's how you say your name. Yeah, so I've opened like 500 packs of Prismatic, probably like 550 at this point, and I've only myself pulled a Jolteon and a Vaporeon SIR, and the Vaporeon was one of the most off-centered cards. Every time I pull a really good SIR, I swear it's the most off-centered card I've ever pulled. Like, the same thing happened with Booty Pikachu from Surging Sparks. So depressing. All right, we got a few viewers on now, so thanks all for watching. Let's go ahead and open a little bit of Mega to start this stream off. And, oops, I forgot my other camera. Give me one sec. I got so excited about these old packs that are sitting there that I forgot to set up my camera that I use on my phone for like the TikTok shorts and stuff. Where did I put my phone? Oh, I just moved it. That was dumb. All right, let me see if I can get this thing set up the right way here. All right, there we go. That's almost centered. There we go. I like that. Two Vaporeon SIR, two EVSIR, and Joe Sway, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. And only chase Sylveons if I manage to pull a that would be so frustrating. And you know that's what's going to happen with that set, because Prismatic hates literally anybody that tries to open it. I have like no faith that I'm ever going to pull anything good. But the whole like idea of a God pack in that set makes me keep chasing it and just never going to pull anything good. It's fine. Jace over here pulled a demigod pack one time, he told me, so jealous. It's better than I've done. There's a guy named PokeCash, like Cache, that's also here in Vegas. I found out that he lives near me because I was looking on TikTok and we follow each other. I didn't realize how close he lives in Vegas though, because we were at the same Sam's Club and he was like 5 people ahead of me in line, and I only realized because of the video that he posted about waiting in line at Sam's Club this week. So anyways, I saw his post from opening Prismatic and it was possibly worse than mine. He didn't get anything. All right, let's get started with, I'm going to start off with Mega Evolution today, and I got my sharp knife, so hopefully I don't accidentally stab myself. And let's see what happens here. I don't think I've opened a Mega Bundle in a while, so this should be interesting. And I'm simulcasting this on live while I'm doing a pre-recorded version on my phone here, so if you see me opening 2 packs at a time, that is why. I like to stop the videos in between opening a couple packs in case there's like a big hit and the rest of it is trash, just so I don't have to like edit the video more. Let's see if we can get something good here. Tinkatuff, Snom, Xerneas. Not in the first pack. It's fine. Try the next one. And good cards I'm hoping for. I've been chasing that Venusaur SIR, and hopefully one of these days I'm going to pull it. So definitely that. I mean, any of the SIRs from this set, really. I don't think I've pulled any of them yet, except for Megalodius EX. So yeah, I'm really hoping that I get something decent here today. But with 6 packs in a bundle, I don't know what my chances are. Shroodle, Jinx, and my enemy, Meganium. All right, let's open 2 more, see how this goes. Hopefully better than those first ones. And let's see. And then I'll check comments again on my lives in a second here. I saw there's one on Twitch I gotta answer. Leo, Energy Switch, Mega Mobile, not the hit we're looking for. Is it the Venusaur one where it's fighting Lucario? I don't know. I gotta, you know what, give me a second. I gotta go look up the card now and see if that's the one I'm looking for. No, I'm in Phantasmal. That's not gonna be the right set. Go back. Go back again. Mega Venusaur. It is... No, it's like this, like, it looks just like the Bulbasaur illustration rare. It's like very similar art. It's like a very like psychedelic looking sort of thing. And then GA Brox 27 on Twitch. Yeah, if you want me to open the promo card for the whole box from the or the promo card and the live card, I can show you the live card. Give me a minute and I'll start opening that box after I finish Mega Evolution here. All right, let's open this other pack. And Lakesh, you have not missed much. Oh, I already opened that. I pulled Mega Mawile out of this Mega Bundle so far, and the rest of it was just top-loading the cards that you'd watch me pull throughout the week. And so, hoping we get a hit in these last 3 Mega Packs. And no problem, GA Brox, or I don't know how to say your name, so I'm just going to say GA Brox, unless you say otherwise. Or Gabrox, maybe. Hariyama, Miltank, Clawitzer. All right. But yeah, Lukesh, you haven't missed much. I was a little bit late starting since the hockey game went like 5-10 minutes past the half hour. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to... Actually, I have it on, or I had it on the TV streaming here, which now I can turn off because it's basketball and I don't care. Or maybe I'll just put Olympics on in the background here. But it's a crazy game. I was really stressed that Denmark was going to beat USA. And then tomorrow they're playing Germany at same time, 12:10 p.m. Pacific time. So that should be a really good game. Germany's got a pretty good team. I think they're like the underdog for the U.S. Men's Hockey Olympics this year. So I'm interested to see that game. And then it'll be really interesting because if both USA and Canada win all of their preliminary round games, it's going to come down to who had the better goal differential, like goals for versus goals against, for the to tiebreak for seeding. So as of this game, Canada is going to run with it if they don't lose any, but it could be a different story once Canada plays their next couple games. All right, let's open these next two packs. And let's see what happens. Yeah, I have friends at the Olympic game right now because they're currently living in Italy, and they said the energy from all the Americans today was absolutely wild, and I'm so proud of that. There's just like the fact that like the Team USA, when they score a goal, they play Freebird as the goal song is like the most hilarious thing ever because that's so American obnoxious, and I'm here for it. All right, we got a Strudel. Okay. And let's see what's in last pack here. But yeah, I'm only bummed that in Olympic hockey, fighting is not allowed at all, and you'll get fully ejected from the game if you fight at all. Versus you just get a 5-minute major in the NHL. So it means that you can't actually have like a whole line brawl like they had in the Four Nations face-off last year, where they all dropped the glove at puck drop that game, USA versus Canada game. Hoping for another one of those, but you can't do it in the Olympics. Kyogre. All right, I got this version of it. I want the SIR, but this one does have cool art. But I want the SIR. I've pulled this like 5 times. And yeah, Four Nations was absolutely amazing. It was, I think, the best on best tournament I've seen, like possibly ever, but definitely like this decade. It was so energetic. It was so fun. Like to have the Kachuk brothers just dropping the gloves, and one of the Kachuk brothers was literally fighting the other Kachuk brothers, like Florida Panthers Stanley Cup winning teammate. And it was just such a good way to start that game and such good energy. I was bummed USA didn't win in the last game there, but at least they got it to overtime, and it was a tight game. But yeah, I'm let's see. Oh yeah, in soccer you can fight, everybody gets red cards, and then like it's not the same though. And my favorite thing about soccer is if like somebody gets slide tackled and they like feel like they were slighted in the like smallest way in like professional soccer, like it's like a guy will like fake a seizure on the floor or something. And that always makes me laugh because then you see like a hockey player who gets his teeth knocked out and still goes and scores a goal in the same shift. It just makes me laugh. But yeah, hockey is by far my favorite sport just because like it's wild that in at least the NHL they still allow fighting. But it also makes it super fun to watch as a result. All right, let me just put this in a sleeve and then I'll start opening that journey. And I will show the code card to GA Brox on Twitch real quick. So, all right, this is my first enhanced journey box ever. I'm gonna place it from the back so it doesn't get all weird looking in the front. I'll look, but if I have one that's not grade worthy and you want it, I might just send it one day. All right. There's my Reshiram with my stamp on it. That was the thing I was looking for. And let me open that and I'll pull the code card out so that GA Brox 27 can take a look at it and use it. All right, let me put that back there. I switched up some of my slabs here. I acquired these. This actually came from the same mystery bag that all of these old boosters came from. And then I honestly don't remember where I acquired the Machoke from, but the Machoke has really cool art, so I'm keeping it. And I was surprised how expensive this Latios is as a PSA 9. It's like, I think 170 or something. So I'm putting those back there. All right, let me open this promo card plastic wrap, and then I'll put the live card out there while I sleeve the promo card. All right, dude, there's the promo card. I'm just going to leave it down there for a minute while I examine this guy. This card is grade worthy. It's a little bit bottom centered, but it's okay. Probably gonna send it off. I might try some of these cards with tag, like I said the other day, just because PSA is getting so expensive. So yeah, I'm kind of curious. I do honestly kind of like the design of the tag slabs too. I like that they're like see-through and like the grade is like in this like writing that's like laser etched into the slab. I think that's kind of cool. The one downside though is I think they're different sized, so I don't know if they'll fit in all the cases I have for PSA specific stuff. All right, that looks nice. Could you see which one? The Reshiram? Looks real solid. And that little white speck on the top left is a piece of dust. Oops, that I got into the sleeve. Hold on. Oh, it's in between, or that's annoying. Get out of there. There we go. Oh, cool. I just put the dust farther in there. Yeah, I think that's going to be a 10. There's no whitening. The front is fairly well centered. Like I said, it's a little bottom skewed, but I bet you when I put it against this thing, it'll look just fine. Yeah, that should be a 10. That looks real good all the way around. How much is this one going for, the promo card? Let me look it up real quick. I'm not really sure as a 10. Let's see, this is En's Reshiram with the Journey stamp. Yeah, and the promo is fire, and no problem, Gabrox or GA Brox. I'm just going to toss this to the side so I don't file it with my unredeemed ones. And hey, oh dear, yeah, Evolving Skies, it's going to happen if we get enough viewers on here today. Let me look up, let's see, this one as a Journey Together stamp promo is $15.55 raw, and then if it grades as a 10, it is $137. So honestly, this one might be worth sending to PSA even for the higher price. And yeah, they do wipe down the cards because they have to pull it out of the sleeve anyways, so they have to at least dust it off. Because my house is always really dusty. I have a dog that sheds everywhere and has like dandruff, so my house is real dusty all the time. And plus I live in the desert, so like it's unavoidable. So there's just dust floating around. I have air purifiers in every room and there's still always dust, so it happens. But I haven't had any that have had like a dust speck that have gotten graded really poorly as a result, fortunately. All right, let me put this guy away. I'm gonna sleep. Oops. Sorry, if anybody heard a loud noise, I just hit my watch against the mic boom arm thingy. All right, let's open some Journey. Or as I usually say, my dad joke, let's journey together. So let's see what happens here. And, oh, it does connect to the Zekrom ETB promo from Ascended Heroes. That's sweet. And yeah, I feel you on the dust and hair, especially hair. Like Shiba hair is very much like husky hair, so it's everywhere. And then it like, if you don't like vacuum enough, it turns into like little tumbleweeds, like anywhere that you have tile floors. So our dog's nickname is Peeps. I have no idea why. I think I just called her like Peeps one day by mistake. And anyways, now we call him Tumble Peeps whenever there's like tumbleweeds of her hair floating around. Let's see what happens in this first Journey Boosty. Oink alone. Bagan, Geodude, Rabombi. All right, next one. And regarding PSA scamming, there was a rumor that somebody submitted a bunch of cards that got PSA 9, so they sold them all back to PSA and then looked them back up and they were 10s, but it sounds like that was like actually a glitch. And I've personally never had anything like that happen to me. I've had a couple cards where I thought it should be a 10 and it wasn't, and I was bummed, but it was on me because I didn't look at whitening on the back close enough. Tropius, Toadscool, Veluza EX. The one that I don't trust at all personally is CGC. So CGC is the one that like a year or two ago, I think it was 2024, somebody submitted a bunch of cards that were created before the 90s release of Pokemon ever happened. They were playtest cards that were like basically like somebody drew on a piece of paper, but it turns out those were all fake, or most of them were fake. And some guy who is just a random like Redditor on the internet's like, hey bro, these cards are very clearly fake. I'm a printer expert and I can tell you based on like the dots in the background that these things were printed in 2024. So CGCs couldn't even authenticate a card correctly. I will never ever trust them. But PSA, like their authentication especially, is always going to be probably one of the more legit ones out there. So yeah, the thing I don't like though is PSA is just like becoming a scalper with their own prices on stuff. Like $25 for bulk TCG submissions is insane. And so I'm not happy about that part. And let's see. 2 gold cards have horrible dents. I want to send, but they look bad. What kind of dents? Like like an actual dent in the card? Because then I would say probably just leave it as a binder collector. And they were never sent back. He gave Charizard from 151. That's messed up. Yeah, can't get correct or crappy grading cards, I guess. I don't know. All right, let's open 2 more Journey. So let's see if Journey Together gives us anything good today. All right, can we get something good? Furret, Ludicolo, Regirock. Not in that pack. Let's see what happens in this pack. Can we get something real good in this booster box? Probably not going to open the whole booster box today, but we'll make a dent in it for sure. Cloth. All right. I got this card, but it was ungradable, and this one looks real nice. So, y'all, we're off to a good start here. I told you, we're taking a journey together, and End Zoroark is the start of this journey. Let's take a look at the back. Ooh, this is a 10. Oh, no, there's one tiny little speck of lightning on the top right. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's there. It's like very faint. Does anybody ever wonder if you just like rub that edge of the card if like the grader would notice? Like, it makes me wonder sometimes. Like, you can see it there, but like it's like if I like just rub my finger against this for like 10 minutes, I feel like that lightning will go away. But then I wonder, like, does the grader know that? Will they notice it? Like, I don't know. I know I'm about to like take a blue Sharpie and just like put it on that corner, honestly, because like this card is so perfect outside of that corner. It like bums me out if I don't grade this card. And that is like such a tiny amount of lightning that I feel like they might still let that be a 10. But I'm not 100% certain that I can get away with that. Maybe I'll try submitting it as bulk since this is worth more than 20 something bucks anyways. So yeah, this one might be worth getting back even if it like unfortunately got a 9. It might be worth the gamble in my opinion. Like a card that's this valuable or a decent SIR like this, I might take the risk. I'm at least gonna set it up like I'm gonna submit it. All right, well, I'm happy we're off to a good start today because how many streams did I do this week where I just fell on my face? Like that video I posted of the the skier getting hit in the crotch by the gate. That's how I felt about Prismatic all week. And did I get anything from the drop? No, my work beers went way too late and I totally missed out on everything. And then I was waiting for my fiance to get home and I totally forgot. All right, let's see. We got a few viewers in here, and thank you, Ellie Sirkaria, for the heart as well. And yeah, you did just miss the SIR pack opening, but let's hope that there's more. Actually, since I got a couple people watching, why don't we open a Pokemon Go pack real quick? Or actually, let me show you these things. So, This is from Cash Cards Unlimited, like the Rip and Shipper, but they have good prices on certain things, and I specifically like their mystery bags because they have a bunch of different tiers of mystery bags, but that's usually how I've managed to get a bunch of old packs that I'm not like breaking the bank for. Because I mean, these two Evolving Skies packs alone is be $40 a pack, and there's no way I'm paying that price. But when I buy like a whole like bundle of packs, then sometimes it feels worth it. So unfortunately, these got all stuck together because they're tops cards, so they're kind of damaged, and they just like the imaging gets ripped off of them, but it is what it is. They're still cool looking, so this is the one that like I don't know how to take apart because the foil one's behind it and it's just stuck. So I just thought it was cool and very nostalgic. I probably should have just kept it sealed and sold this pack since the pack sealed is worth like $40, but it's fine. And let's see, open so much packs this week. I snagged like 20 from... I hate when that happens. I've literally had that happen to me before. I went when those Walgreens tins were on sale a couple months ago, where they were selling those tins that had like 3 to 5 packs in them. I can't remember how many, but they were like Temporal Forces and like Paradox Rift style packs, and those, and maybe some Journey Together. I opened like 15 of those tins over the course of a week, and I literally pulled nothing. Like my best card was like a really cheap illustration rare. Yeah, I remember getting these cards when I was a kid, and I remember specifically like getting like a bunch of these cards, but then I realized that they weren't like the same kind of cards that you could play with, so I didn't buy that many of those packs. But I remember these cards getting stuck together when I was a kid, so it's not surprising that they got stuck together and damaged. But so much nostalgia, it was worth opening that one. So I let the person open it on stream because she was super curious and wanted to show like everybody else that was watching, and I was like, that's fine. I don't need to open those on my own stream. All right, let's open Pokemon Go. All right, let's see if we can get anything good in Pokemon Go today. It's not the best set out there by any means, but they have a couple cool cards. Take it over Detective Pikachu set, though. There's some really weird looking cards in that set because of all the like weird 3D imaging they were doing. 2, 3, I think it's 4. Yep. All right, let's see what we got in Pokemon Go here. I've opened a Pokemon Go ETB and then like a handful of packs outside of that ETB, and I pulled up some okay cards. Numel. Hey, look at this. We're on a roll now. We got a decent like gold trainer card. That's actually pretty cool looking. And I really like how shiny that is. And was that it? Okay, that was it for that one. Let's open the other Pokemon Go. And I have no idea if those gold trainer cards are worth something, but they're gold, so I'm guessing they're not like worth nothing. But I don't know, with trainer cards, they're kind of like Magic the Gathering, where it kind of depends on how good the trainer card is too. All right, let's see if we get another hit out of Go. Oops. Oh no. All right, we got a Pidove. All right, we got a Pikachu, and it's foil, and I don't think I've seen this Pikachu before, and I like that it's wearing some weird hat. So that was not bad at all. And there's Whitening. Not going to try to grade that one, but that's going to go right in my binder with the other Pikachus that I have on a single page. So let me throw that in a double sleeve, and then I'll top load it later. And let me throw my garbage out. I didn't realize this Pika was part of this set, but it is a pretty cool looking card. I've actually had pretty good luck with the Go set, honestly. I'm going to look up the value of that one real quick. I'm curious. Pikachu Pokemon Go. Yeah, it's about $1, but still take it. Oh, wait, that was the reverse one. Yeah, it's still about $1. But curious what this egg incubator. Let's see. Pokemon Go secret rare, $2.61 raw. Yeah, that ain't worth grading, especially not with PSA. Maybe, honestly, maybe I'll send this one to Tag. Although there's some weird... Oh, no, it was dust. Yeah, actually, I think maybe I'll use this as one of the cards I test out with tag, because I feel like that might be worth it. Yeah, and honestly, I thought that the Pika would be worth a little more, but it's fine. It's not the best looking Pikachu, let's be honest. It's kind of weird. I don't think anybody likes that it was wearing that weird hat. If you're going to put Pikachu in a hat, everybody wants the gray felt hat. Which, by the way, is, in my opinion, one of the better art cards that they've made for a promo. I know there's like 8 billion of them that have been graded, but still a cool card. All right, let me put that off to the side and put these in a stack so I can sort them later. All right, let me put that over there. Let's see. Let me just check my comments real quick. Yeah, Lily stuff always does well for trainers. I think you were on my stream the other day when, I don't know if you were on the actual stream when I pulled it, but this Giovanni, I think, not as much as the Lily's ones, but was worth a few bucks. I think it was in the 30s or 40s, ungraded. But I think that Giovanni has some of the better art for a trainer card. All right, let's open some more Journey, and then we'll open a couple more of these rare older packs if we get some more viewers on here. And Bart a Starry Night the other week. Oh, oh man. All right, more Journey together. We pulled a Zoroark SIR earlier in the stream that I'm also doing while I'm also recording this live, or recording this for TikTok shorts and stuff. But let's see if we can keep the hits coming out of this set. I was happy to pull in Zoroark. It's not the first time I pulled that card, but it was in mostly good shape. Possibly enough to get a 10 out at PSA. Clang, Stunfisk, Butterfree. All right, let's try this next one. It'd be real cool to get a clean Lily's Clefairy SIR. Because mine was a 9, and I was very bummed out about that. That's actually sitting in my background here. Torchic, Kamala, and Tyranitar. All right, so let me file those ones away over here. All right, let's do a couple more of these, see what happens here. Oops, I did not mean to grab that many packs. Calm down. All right, more Journey together. Let's see what we get. Honestly, I think this is an underrated set, and it's really cheap to rip right now, and there's still some hits in it that people, I think, forgot about. So that's why I keep ripping this set, is because it's affordable to rip. You can get it pretty close to MSRP most of the time, and there's some good art in this set, in my opinion. I know the Lily's Clefairy is the biggest chase. I think the biggest reason people don't love this set is because there's not like a huge value card like the Charizard from Phantasmal. Lechonk, Meowscarada, and Lycanroc. And Snorlax, I am opening these for fun. I'm just hanging out, interacting with people on my lives, and pre-recording videos for like my TikTok and YouTube shorts on a separate camera. And so I just basically look like a rip and shipper, but I'm ripping and shipping back to myself. All right, let's see if we can get something good. Pangoro, Swinub, and Butterfree. And let me see. Appreciate that, Lakesh. Also, since you're on, Lakesh, let me go ahead and make you a mod just in case somebody weird comes up again. Because I appreciated you helping out the other day. Oh, you already were? How do I get this thing to go away? Yeah, and Snorlax Steve, 100%. Like, I honestly think it's more fun to do that way. Hold on. Oh. Oops. I need to get this thing away from... There we go. And thanks for the follow. But yeah, I honestly, I think that's the best way to do it, especially if you're doing any sort of content creation on like TikTok, YouTube, and like uploading shorts to those places, Instagram, whatever you're doing. It means that you can get a live following, you can grow your following on live, and still then pre-record stuff to use for your content. And so I think it's one of the best ways to do things these days, because I've just been chilling here. Like Lakesh and Jace, they're on, and G as well. Like they're on most of my lives lately, and I appreciate these guys. But it also means that I get to know them a little bit better. And honestly, like I've been sending these guys some product and stuff because I appreciate the like loyalty. And obviously, I always have a ton of product because I'm a psycho. So yeah, it works out really well. I'm gonna keep doing it, and eventually, I feel like this is just gonna organically grow. And yeah, unknown user, I'll do Evolving Skies in a few. Everybody share this live and try to get some more people in here, and then I'll do the Evolving Skies, hopefully with a little bit more people on it. All right, let's do a couple more Journey Together, and then I will start looking at some of those older packs too. Everybody wants to see the Evolving Skies for sure. But let's be honest, it's Evolving Skies from, I've never really opened it, so, but from what I understand, it's like prismatic, so I kind of scared. Because we've all seen me do very, very, very poorly with Prismatic this week. So, hey, maybe it'll redeem me and give me Moonbryon or something. Darumaka, Copperjaw, Rasharum. Right, next one. Oh, man, if I got Moonbryon, though, I don't know if I would, like, lose my mind and, like, have to, like, get out of my chair and, like, run around my house and do a lap, or if I would actually, like, maybe, like, shed a tear. Because I would be like so relieved that I actually pulled an insanely good card for once. And also, it's usually that like every good card I pull is the like one pack I decided not to record. Pupitar, Caterpie, and Noivern. And so that's always it's always brutal. I'm like, I could have used that content. All right. Let me do two more of these first, and then let's see if we can get a few more people in here. And yeah. Yeah, I might honestly shed a tear if that happens. I just like, especially after Prismatic, like that has been, it really is traumatic evolutions. There's no better way to put it. And I'm still going to buy more of it, I'm sure, because I'm a psycho. All right, let's journey together, and then maybe I will open some Evolving Cries. Or maybe we'll do one Evolving Cries after this, and then we'll do one a little bit later in the stream. And for those that are watching this pre-recorded, if I decide to upload this specific clip, well, you missed my live and you should be on my lives more. Audino, Joltik, Iona's Bellybolt EX. All right, well, we technically got a double rare. Let's see if we can keep it going. I kind of don't like when you hit an SIR at the start of a booster box, because then you usually don't hit another one. But I'd love to hit multiple in this box. I've seen that happen before too. And then I've had boxes with no SIRs at all, so let's find out. Ends PP up, Qfant, and Mimikyu EX. So technically we got two hits that just wasn't any big hits. So, all right. And thanks, Snorlax Steve, appreciate you. Let me see. Tag Team Lovebirds. Yeah. ASMR pack opening streams because my wife will be working overnight. Oh, yeah, I feel you. And thank you, Parrot Security, for the follow. By the way, does anybody else think that the Ruffian card... Let me see if I can... I think I have one here. Yeah. Does this card not look like the like biggest like frat bro from all the early 2000s movies? Like, I don't know. He just looks like such a frat bro from... This card always makes me laugh. I'm like, look at that goatee. If he had a soul patch too, this guy would be the biggest frat bro. All right, so let's do one Evolving Skies for now, and then we'll open the other one later. But we gotta start off there. All right, Evolving Skies. This is, I think, my very first pack ever of Evolving Skies, and honestly, it might be my last pack ever too, or after the second to last pack, I should say. So let's see if we get something really good, or if we do just like everybody else with this set and cry. We got a white live card. Last time I got a white live card, I pulled heat out of that pack. Even though everybody said, I think the rumor is that the white live cards have a different weight, so they're like not as good of a pull. But we're going to find out. Crystal Cave, Palpitoad, Shopping Center, Scraggy, Drowsy, Bergmite, Patlil, Cryogonal, Emolga. Oh man, that was my rare. All right, well, worth a try. And we'll try again in a little bit here because I got to see what's in that other Evolving Skies at some point today. I might save a couple of these in like half the box for another stream, either tomorrow or early next week, but TBD. See if we get rolling here. All right, 2 more Journey Together. Let's see what happens here. And sounds good. Thanks, Lukesh. I will see you later. Feel free to watch the recording of the stream on YouTube later, too. All right. Let's see what we get out of this one. Can we get a hit? Ribombi. Greedent. I was just talking about this card. Oh, man. There's our 2000s frat bro. This guy really does kind of just look like a scalper, huh? Like, he's going to go scalp some product in the back alley, bro. All right, let's see what happens now. And score some goals, Lukesh. All right, let's see. Better not get another ruffian. I'm tired of seeing Scalper McGee over there. That's my new name for him. Graveler, Sigilif, Ludicolo. All right, hits weren't in that one. Give me 1 second. My dog wants to eat soon, but she's gonna have to wait a minute. She's being a good girl, though. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. All right, 2 more Journey Togethers to journey together with. Let's see what we can get in this. Can we pull more heat? Like I said, I don't love when the SIR is at the start of a box. I feel like that always weights the box really heavily at the start. Woo-woo. All right, got another Swine Hub. I think that was my second one in a couple days, but I'll take it. All right, and let's see what happens here. Wingull. All right, we got Lily's Rabombi. I actually don't... Do I have this card? I don't think I have that one. Nice looking card. Whitening on the back, so going in my binder. All right, let me check comments again. Sorry, I was pre-recording, so I try not to like respond to comments in between certain polls, just because then if I do decide to upload a video to TikTok, it doesn't sound like I'm talking to somebody else. Put a scissor to the Evolving Skies pack. Did they actually cut it, or did it just make it look like they were going to cut it, and so everybody stopped to watch? Because now I'm curious. And let me delete. There we go. Put that guy in a sleeve too. And I need 2 more of these other sleeves. Gotcha. All right, maybe I'll do that. I'll at least do that for my pre-recorded one. Like I'm gonna hold this knife up to it, but I'll be like, "Oh." By the way, I need to invest when I'm working remotely going forward. I'm hybrid in office at this new job, but when I'm at remote, I need to invest in a fidget spinner because a lot of the time I will start playing with this knife and I'm going to stab myself by mistake one of these days. So going to avoid playing with that going forward. All right, so let's go ahead and I want to open a non-journey pack, but I don't want to open the other Evolving Skies yet. So I think we're going to do the 2 Chilling Reign since I don't think this is a really popular set. And then we'll start moving backwards in time here. All right, let's do Chilling Reign. I'm going to stab this pack really bad because if there's a hit... No, I'm just kidding. That would be terrible, though. Let's see what's in this pack. Is this going to be... Yep, okay. There's like a VMAX card at the end of this or something. I saw foil, so can confirm there's something in this. It just might not be super valuable. But we're going to find out very soon here. All right, Mareep. Ooh, Tornadus VMAX. I bet this is worth a couple bucks. I do like these VMAX cards. Like the texture of the card itself is so detailed. And, ooh, there's no whitening on this guy. All right. I'm going to stop my pre-recorded one and look up that value real quick because I'm just curious now. Tornadus VMAX. $1.31 ultra rare, which this one is. But what is it graded? Is this worth grading? $29 graded. All right, so it's a nice enough card where if I decide to do this experiment where submitting to tag, I will submit that one to tag because I'm not paying $25 to grade this card with PSA. Although that being said, in order to pay $25 going forward to grade cards with PSA, you have to submit bulk of 20 or more. So kind of might need to use some of these cards for that if I have other cards that are worth submitting bulk. They really have us, these grading companies, like, makes me want to like figure out a way to start my own. All right, I'm just gonna throw that in there as a card in case I need to grade it, or I'll do it with tag or something. I don't know, we'll find out. All right, let's open this other Chilling Reign and see what's in this one. Can we get 2 hits out of 2 packs? And what's up, PokeCash? We just opened an Evolving Cries, and I cried because there was nothing in it, but then we opened Chilling Reign, and at least there was a VMAX card. So we're going to see if this other Chilling Reign's got a hit. And then might go back to Journey for a little bit, and then I'm probably going to open that other Evolving Skies. Oops, I totally messed this up, and we got a hit, though. And that's a good one. I totally miscounted the number of cards. All right, well, let's just do this, see if there was anything else that was decent. And that's a nice Blaziken, though. Let me see the back of this guy. Why is it that a set that's like many years old still has such clean corners, but like half the time I'll grab like a booster box of like something like Phantasmal and every card will have whitening on it. It's just so disappointing. Let me go look up this card too. I'm just curious what the value is. Blaziken VMAX. Oh, I wish that was the alternate art version. The alternate art version is worth $348. This one is worth like $348. And then this one is worth $3.89. But still cool. It was 2 for 2. Yeah, that's clean enough. I'm going to throw that in a grade prep sleeve just in case. I like most of the VMAX cards. The ones I can't get into the Pikachu VMAX though. It's just too chonky and weird shaped. And Pikachu's already like kind of chonky, so I don't really think I need him as like a massive VMAX. I'm kind of glad that that era's been over for a while. Although now I'm like, are they going to make like a Mega Pikachu? All right. And yeah, I honestly kind of love ripping Journey because it's A, extremely affordable compared to everything else right now, and B, I've gotten some good hits from it. Like let's see. I'm not going to go through all of the hits that I've gotten from Journey, but we did this one earlier. So we got an Enzoroark EX. It was like one of the first packs in that box. This is the promo card. What else came from Journey recently? This Belly Bolt came from a booster bundle the other day, so that was a pretty good hit. And then there's a handful of other illustration rares, I think, that were in this stack over here that we pulled. I just can't remember which ones were Journey. I gotta look through real quick. Oh, the Articuno. I forgot about that one. And that was that hit from my prismatic boxes, so at least I got a Lacey. Another Swinub. Those are Destined Rivals, Phantasmal. Gotten some decent hits this past week, just not any of the evolutions that I know we were all talking about getting. So that was the only bummer. Maractus. These are all Destined Phantasmal. That guy, that guy. I think that was it. But yeah, not too bad for opening like, I think 6 boxes, or booster bundles, I mean. Probably pulled all those and then the SIRs from that I'm going to grade and stuff. So really wasn't too bad. But let's open a couple more and see if we can get any more hits out of this. All right, Journey together, 2 more packs. And have I ripped a whole Phantasmal Flames booster box or just random product? I ripped 5 booster boxes when the set first released, and it took me till the 5th one to get the Mega Charizard SIR. So I have ripped a ton of Phantasmal. I have like every SIR from that set though. I might master set Phantasmal by mistake just because I bought so many boxes chasing the Charizard. Weezing, Combuskin. I thought that was like a reverse holo and a holo at the same time, and I got confused, but it was just because I was looking at it on my camera. And Meowscarada. That's the interesting thing about ripping to create content is, like, where do you look when you're actually ripping your packs and you're recording? Especially if you're doing a recording on a phone while simulcasting on a live stream like I'm doing right now. It's like, which screen do I look at? Because I can't actually see the cards in front of the camera. Marowak, Scouting, Kilowattrel. All right, nothing in those 2. But yeah, so I've ripped a ton of Phantasmal. I kind of want to, but I'm also kind of too scared to, because then I'll have to look at my finances more deeply. But like, I'm really tempted to start recording like how many number of packs per set I've opened, rather than just guesstimating it. But I think I'll be embarrassed with how many packs I open every month if I do that. So I'm kind of like, I don't want to. I don't want to know. But yeah, it's definitely a lot. I want to rip a ton of Ascended, but I can't afford to right now until maybe ever. Like, I don't think that set's ever going to be below $10 a pack. But yeah, I have opened infinity packs over the past, like, I don't know how long. All right, let's do base Sword and Shield. I don't think I've opened more than like a pack or 2 of base Sword and Shield, so I'm very curious. All right, we're Swording and Shielding today, and hopefully we get at least 1 hit out of these 2 packs. All right, I did the energy trick right this time, and I didn't put the rare card in the front. That was silly last time. And if Sword and Shield is like any other base set, wasn't a super popular set, it's usually the ones that follow the base set that are more popular. Masharna. Hey, we got a Keldeo V. So far in all of these older packs that we've opened today, I've had 2 hits or a hit in both Chilling Reign, and now one of the Sword and Shield had a hit. So can we make this 2 hits in both 2 packs of Sword and Shield? And these came from one of those like mystery grab bag things that specifically these came from the ones that Cash Card Collect sells. They're from a company called TPV. Honestly, they're kind of a good deal because you can get packs like Evolving Skies and not pay $40 a pack to get there. So it's not always going to be a good deal. It's still like a little bit of luck on which packs you get inside of there, but it's like you can definitely get good packs for sure. I also got that Latios in the background out of one of these bags, and that's a $150 one, even as a 9. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with those. I might keep doing that in order to like feel how many older packs that I open. All right, we got Corviknight and Rapidash. And that's actually a cool Rapidash for a rare, but not a super valuable one, that's for sure. All right. Let's see. Sylveon alt hit in the Evolving Skies. Yeah. Latios is actually like an incredibly valuable PSA 9. I was surprised because like when I had them like show me what slab that they had in the bag when they ripped. What I do is I'll get one of these bags and then I'll tell the rip and shipper, open anything Scarlet and Violet or newer, but anything Sword and Shield or older, keep sealed and send to me. And so it was 169 for one of the bags, and it includes, I think it's 12 packs plus a random slab. And so I can't remember 12 or 15 packs. I got to go look at the bag later. But, and what's the site called? It's on TikTok, they're called Cash Cards Unlimited. And then the bags are called TPV Pokebags. There's a company out there called TPV that you can buy from directly. I'm actually going to reach out as a content creator and see if I can do wholesale through them for their bags. Just because like the deals are honestly pretty good. Like you're not going to get Evolving Skies in every single one, but like I did the math, and of all of these bags I've bought, I've at least broken even on most of them, if not made a bunch of profit. And if I kept everything sealed, a lot of these bags would be worth a ton. Just because, like, imagine I got 2 Evolving Skies in one of those. That's $80 worth of, and it was the same one I got the Latios in. So for 170, I got basically like right there, almost $200 worth of stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I think that's just a pretty good deal. I mean, like I said, there's probably some bags out there that don't have like any good things in them. You're just gonna get a bunch of like Journey Together packs, but that hasn't happened to me so far. Pokerev mystery bag. I have not opened one of those. Does he sell those often, or is that like a limited time thing and you have to wait for him to drop them? Because I do watch his content on YouTube quite often, but I feel like it doesn't show up in my feed as much as like Deep Pocket Monster does and like Alex Ketchum. But whenever Pokerev does show up, I follow him on YouTube. It just, for whatever reason, the algo just doesn't show me it as often. All right, let's see if I'll move that guy over. Let's do a couple more Journey, and then I have more old packs coming, so I don't mind opening the old packs today. Gotcha, it's limited. All right, I'll keep an eye out for the next one, because I kind of like these mystery bags as long as they're from reputable sellers. Like, I've bought a mystery bag from just some rando on TikTok before and gotten totally ripped off. But, like, these ones seem pretty clearly good. Actually, can y'all give me like 2 minutes? I'm gonna go feed my dog, and then I'll grab the actual bag that these were packed in so y'all can see what the branding looks like and stuff. Give me a second, because my dog's gonna go nuts if I don't feed her. All right, I'll be back in like a minute or two. You want your dinner? You want your dinner? Don't fall over. You want your dinner? Who wants dinner? Who's a dinner dog? Who's my dinner dog? Are you doing spins? Are you spins? Who's my spinster? You're a patient girl today. That's a good girl. Who's my patient dog? That's a good girl. Okay, sorry about that. And appreciate spamming the stream with likes, G. So this is the company that makes the bag. If y'all didn't know, my first name is actually Andrew. But yeah, my name on social media is a pseudonym, but I do that on purpose. But yeah, so this is what they look like for the 169 bag, and apparently it's 12 boosters plus a graded card. God bags are one of these gold, sapphire, diamond bags. The one that I pulled, one silver and one gold bag, so that was considered one of the God bags. And yeah, this TPV Poke Center is like the actual place you can buy these from directly, but I've been buying them through Cash Cards Unlimited on TikTok because that's where I discovered this. But I'm actually going to reach out and see if I can buy these directly because they're pretty cool. I can never justify like paying a ton of money for just like a bunch of old packs that might have nothing in them. But what I can justify is getting 12 packs in a slab that generally equals at least 169 bucks or so of value, and then end up with a bunch of stuff like what I have in front of me here for like Evolving Skies. So I definitely am going to keep buying these and experimenting to see if it's going to be like worth it long term. But yeah, it's I've been pretty stoked about it so far. Cool, sounds good. Let's open these two Journey together, and then I'll probably do that Lost Origin. And then we'll probably close out the live stream with Evolving Skies in black and white. Definitely never opened black and white before. That set is old at this point. I'm like figuring out what set I'm opening and which card I have to put first. Right, Journey together again. Let's see, Squawkabilly, Golem, I don't know. And what's this one got? Okay, last Journey Together pack for today. I'll open the rest of those on an upcoming stream. Let's see if we got some heat in this one. Petlil, Cutiefly. All right, we got a Volcanion, so technically we got a hit. All right. I'm going to do Lost Origin next, and then I might open two more packs of Journey in between, and then we'll close it out with Evolving Skies in black and white. I honestly have no idea what's even in black and white, and base black and white at that. Like that set was from like the 2000s, I think. All right, let's do Lost Origin. Alrighty, Lost Origin time. Let's see if we can pull some heat out of these. Very curious about this. I think I've only opened like one pack of Lost Origin before. So this could be interesting. Oops, I forgot to do the multi-card trick. My bad. There we go. It's the problem with opening new sets and then following it with old sets is that you forget which order which set is in. All right, we got a Cresselia. All right, we got a Pidgeot V, so we got another hit. And this is a pretty cool looking card for a just like double rare, or whatever they called them back then. And I hope I get a Giratina alt art. That would be wild, but I don't know if I'm that lucky. But let's find out. We got one more booster to try here. Maybe something will be in it. Oh, we got a white, whatever it's called, live card. So does that mean that we're going to bring the heat here? Or are we just going to get nothing? Can we get a big hit? We got Electros. Nope. We got Magearna. All right. Well, at least we got that Pidgeot V. All right, let's do two more Journey, and then we'll end the stream with these extremely expensive packs that hopefully have at least one hit in them. All right, last two Journey for my live stream today, and then I'm pre-recording this for my TikTok and stuff. Let's see if we can get something good. Delmies, Regirock, Wailord. Wouldn't mind getting another Wailord illustration rare. I've pulled it before, but it is a cool looking card. I think I have one off getting graded if I recall correctly. I gotta actually look at what cards I have getting graded right now because I have submitted so many, and now I'm very thankful I did that right before PSA raised their prices. Because like the day before my batch of how many cards was it? 40 cards arrived at PSA, and then the day after they started processing it, they raised the prices. Lily's Pearl, Larvesta. All right, nothing else in Journey for today. All right, let me sleeve this Pidgeot before I forget. And y'all ready for, which one should I open first? Black and White or Evolving Skies? I'm scared. I don't know. I'm hoping something is in one of these two. All right, I'll do Black and White first. This was like in a team bag on its own because it was like an older pack, but let's see. All right, you want to see me stab some Black and White cards? No, I'm not going to do that. Let's open it. All right, there is not even a live card in this pack because this is pre-live. So I got to figure out where the energy card is in this. Is there even an energy card? Honestly, I think we're just going to start pulling these because I didn't see an energy card and this set is so old, I have no idea. So we got an Energy Search Trainer. Oh, there's the energy card, so that's not helpful for this set. Got Lillipup, Petlil, Blitzel. All right, we got a Reverse Hollow Simisear. Is this our rare? Crocodile? Oh yeah, that's a hollow. Interesting. 2011 was this set came out. Basculin, Pokemon Communication, Pokédex. All right, well, I'll take a look if any of those cards are valuable later, but interesting cards for sure. All right. Let me reset my recording. And I'm going to slice open Evolving Skies, and hopefully I don't damage any cards. Kidding, we're going to open this like normal humans. Because if that Moonbryon was in there and I sliced it open, I would never forgive myself. Come on, Moonbryon. Can we get a massive hit? White card, I don't know if that's a good or a bad sign here, but we're going to go with good. All right, let's see if we can get a hit. That's not it, but we're not there yet. And by hit, I didn't mean Hitmonchan. Ooh, I like that Pikachu. Pumpkaboo, I don't think I've ever seen that card before. Crystal Cave. No, it was a Tropius. All right, well, guess I should have kept that one sealed, but it's all good. I enjoyed opening these old packs, so not bad. And we will, I got some more old packs coming, either, I think it's Monday, so I might do another stream tomorrow, but most likely I'll do one sometime Monday afternoon. And I'm going to try to go to Walmart this week and Target in the middle of the week when MJ Holdings restocks here in Vegas and see if I can grab any Ascended Heroes. A little scared to do it because guessing every scalper will be there, and that sounds like not a great time. And so, yeah, I'm curious to see what it's like going to try to grab Ascended Heroes this week. But at the very least, I think I have 3 ETBs pre-ordered that are non-Pokemon Center. I have 2 Pokemon Center ETBs on their way. I actually got the FedEx notice that they're shipping here. And then I bought a case of Ascended Heroes tins for scalper prices, but I couldn't help myself. And I think that's all the Ascended product that's coming to me right now. I couldn't get my hands on any of the blisters except if I wanted to pay like $50 or $40. And then I couldn't get my hands on any of the Erica or Larry 2-pack blisters either. And those, for whatever reason, is it the coin? Those things are going for a crazy price right now. Like, I don't care about the coin. I just want the packs. And do a meta live on your pack hunts. That's a good idea. Yeah, I realized that I can do that with my glasses, but I can't do TikTok live through the glasses, which is a little bit of a bummer. But yeah, I'm definitely hoping that I can grab some stuff this week. I don't start my next or my new job until at least a week from Monday. So that gives me plenty of time this week to go sit in lines Wednesday through Friday. So try Walmart on Wednesday and as well as Target, and then I'll try Target again Thursday if they didn't restock yet. And then I really don't want to sit outside Best Buy all morning on Friday. I honestly don't think I can do it. I think I'm just going to do my store pickups for the stuff I pre-ordered because that Best Buy is here in Vegas. All of them are going to be so insanely packed with people. I just don't think it'll be worth it for me. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens come Friday. Watch me end up going and like deciding to wait in those lines anyways. The Sam's Club's lines were fine, but like Best Buy for a set release like this, I feel like people are going to start lining up at like 4 in the morning or earlier. But we'll see. I might still do it. I'm just like a little bit hesitant, I guess. I'm curious. What's this crocodile? Crocodile black and white. Huh. Oh, hollow foil is worth $2. Okay, so not a big hit. How about this other card? The reverse hollow is worth more for this set for certain cards. That's interesting. Let me see what this other one's worth. And my collector app is dying, so I'll check that later. Okay, so I'll check that later. And you know what? Because we went out on Evolving Skies really poorly, I'm going to open 2 more Journey and hope we get a hit. I can't help myself. But I am going to save the other like 10, 12 packs for my next live since I want some more product to open for my next live as well. But let's see. All right, we got these 2 Journeys. We're going to get a hit in one of them because we didn't get a hit in that Evolving Skies pack, and that was sad. Let's see what's in here. Oops. We got Mincino, Wattrel, Magmortar. What's in the next one, though? You know, the wild thing I was just looking at on my app is that the current Ascended Heroes ETB pre-order is a higher or lower value than the Perfect Order ETB for Pokemon Center. And I feel like nobody wants the Perfect Order set. So I'm surprised to see that value right now. Shuppet, Bombardier, Metagross. All right, well, that didn't solve my whole I wanted to end on a hit problem, so it is what it is. All right, so, oh, is that what it is? Well, maybe it's good that I bought or I pre-ordered a ton of booster boxes for Perfect Order because for some reason I could get them from my local shops for like $175-ish, which is honestly surprising. Like, that's like the lowest price I've been able to pre-order a booster box for since I started collecting again. Like, Mega was actually crazy high the whole time that the pre-orders were out. I think the lowest I saw it get was like $250. Same with Phantasmal, but Perfect Order in particular, like the booster box pre-orders, maybe I just got in early enough with my local shops, but yeah, I got 3 booster boxes at like $175 to $180 a piece. So like what's retail, like $161 or so? So honestly, like a $20 premium isn't really a big deal. And somebody was selling an Ascended Heroes ETB on Facebook Marketplace. That drives me crazy. The funniest thing is going to be if that person doesn't have it in hand and then their order gets canceled. Because then, like, somebody's going to be real mad at them. All right, let me close collector. Okay, so I want to open more cards, but I don't have enough cards in my house right now to keep opening more. So I am probably going to end here and... yeah, TikTok Live for $169. I saw that there this morning. I'm like wondering if I should have at least pre-ordered one from GameStop at a scalper price just to have more product to open. But also knowing that I have to give one of my ETBs away for my last giveaway. And I probably need to give another one away for my next one. So I'm going to have to acquire some more Ascended Heroes ETBs somewhere in the coming months. But I don't know. I'm hopeful that the prices at least dip or stick around like 90, 100 for them because, oof, prismatic ETBs are already crazy priced now. So I don't know. But yeah, so I'm going to sign off for now. I might be back tomorrow, but most likely I'll be back on Monday since I probably am not going to pick up any more product tomorrow. And I only have about 12 packs left. So yeah, I'm going to call it for today. And yeah, I might camp at Best Buy, honestly. I'm at least going to camp at Walmart because my Walmart here in Vegas opens at 6 a.m. and it means that I can just run down there and see if I can get anything like right when they open. And it's early enough in the morning where there's not that many people that are willing to stand there and check to see if the restocker even shows up. Especially since I guess the restocker for that Walmart usually shows up around like between 7 o'clock in the morning and 8:30. So I might just have to hang out there for a couple hours, but we'll see. And dude was saying he'd be there at 4. Yeah, there's no way I can sit there from 4 a.m. like because what's the buy limit? Like one? Like if they're like, oh, you can only buy one and you have to sit there for that amount of hours, like time is money, man. And I honestly would just pay scalper prices over sitting for that long. Just from a wasting time perspective, I guess. But yeah, all of ours do too. I feel like here in Vegas, we are like scalp city, like where everybody that isn't me is just trying to make a quick buck. Well, actually, Pokey Cashew was on here earlier, also isn't scalping, but there's like few and far between here in Vegas where most of the people are absolute losers that don't want to work, and so they're just trying to make a quick buck. Like the prismatic tins at Sam's Club a few months ago, like every person at the front of that line was like the biggest loser I've ever seen in my entire life. So that was fun. Let's see, for stickers they only had 25 packs with 5-pack minimum. That's crazy. Yeah, my Walmart's 5 too. But like for ETBs, honestly, like if they did a 2 per person limit, I think that's fair. Depending on, especially since I don't expect they have a ton of ETBs. But I guess we're going to find out going into this week if any of us can get any product. So if I don't see you on my stream probably Monday, then good luck on your hunt this week. And I hope you get some product, and I hope I do too. And if none of us do, I would honestly not be surprised at all. Let's be honest. Yeah, and I would take 5 ETBs, but honestly, I'll be happy if I can just get 1 or 2 at retail this week. If I can't, I may go trade I have a bunch of old Apple Watches. I may go trade them to GameStop and be willing to pay their prices for Ascended Heroes for a little while. But yeah, good luck to all of you, and thanks again for hanging out on my stream. Hope y'all had fun and appreciate y'all. And yeah, I'll be back probably Monday and we'll rip some more packs together. So tune in for that, and I'll talk to y'all soon.